Hey everyone, Emma here. I hope you're well. I'm just making a little video to share my favourite way to enjoy Bible journaling, and hopefully it will inspire and encourage other people. And obviously, please bear with me while I make this video. I'm not the best at making them. I don't have any fancy equipment. It is just little me with my phone sat in my living room. So obviously, please bear with me and hopefully everything will go to plan. So let's get started. My favourite way to journal. I enjoy designing on the computer. I love plugging in my worship music and having a really good sing-song, very out of tune, I will admit, and I enjoy designing based on the verse that I would maybe be focusing on for the day, from a daily devotional or from a plan I'm following, or could be from a sermon at church, anything like that. So you can maybe see the first one here. So I will enjoy designing different designs like this on the computer, and then I will enjoy bringing them to life in my Bible. Before I carry on and show you any more, obviously you might have seen these bookmark designs that I do, and they are all offered freely to download on my website. I will add the links into the description for the video for anybody who wishes to download them, to go across and enjoy downloading them and having fun with them, hopefully. But yes, they are available for free on my website. So back to how I enjoy using them in my journaling. So as I say, what I would do is I don't print them off in sets of 4. I will just print off one at a time and enjoy bringing it to my Bible at the time and bringing it to life. So as you can see, this is my first little one I'm going to show you. And what I do is I do cheat. I am not the best drawer, and I will always be honest about that. So what I do is I bring the designs I do on the computer to my Bible, and I will actually trace them into my Bible. There is no shame in that. Tracing, designs from, colouring books, from other free downloads on the internet you find is perfectly fine to do. It's all about you enjoying your time with God, and it's not about you being the best drawer. So obviously I enjoy doing them on the computer, as I say, and bringing them to my Bible, and I will trace them in like this. As you can see here, it's set out, and I have done it slightly different. I've just traced some of the words, and I've traced in a bigger fire here. So what I have done is I've had marked a few more in my Bible for you to enjoy seeing. So I will flip to them, hopefully. Please bear with me. Hopefully you can still see well. So here's another one I enjoyed designing on the computer, and I brought it to my Bible, and I would have traced it into my Bible. So hopefully, you've got the idea of how I enjoy journaling. So what I would have done here is I've just traced straight on the top with some pen, and then here I used watercolours as I traced the stones, and afterwards I enjoyed blending them in with some water and things like that. So let's turn to the next one. I think it's on the other side. So again, another design I enjoy doing, and this one I traced in, and I just simply used some biro pen to trace that in. And let's find another one. Whoop, just finding it. All fingers and thumbs. So here's my next one. And again, I enjoyed tracing that in. And again, this is just created by tracing in with biro pens and stuff. So as you can see. And I'll find another one. Right. So, again, a design I've done, and I brought it to my Bible. And this time what I did first was I created a nice background with some chalks. I have made a video on this which you can also look up, and what I did this time is I traced it in with some colouring pencils, and that's that. So obviously the nice background, and then I stuck in a little, I think this was off a food bag if I remember rightly, that I cut out and stuck in, just to obviously bring it to life and make the design I've, you know, obviously done on the computer come to life. So as you can see, and my next one, again, you know, I've simply, you know, put that underneath, and I have traced on top with colouring pencils. You know, you don't always have to do anything fancy. You know, sometimes colouring pencils will just do. At other times you can enjoy, you know, using different materials. I will show you that in a minute. So turn to another one. So again, this one, placing underneath. This time I enjoyed tracing it, and I used some gel pens to make this design. Obviously my pages are all prepped if you're just wondering, with gesso. I have made a little video on that too, which you can find. And I think I've just got a couple more, one more I think at the back here. Again, just some, you know, tracing it in with some colouring pencils. So let me just check that's all my markers. Yes. And what I'm also going to show you, what you could do is, what I have done is, some of them I have used these bookmarks, and instead of tracing them in, because you might not want to trace them in, you could just enjoy sticking them in. So you could, you know, colour it around. You might have to maybe cut them out a little bit more, but you can enjoy, you know, just sticking them in your Bible. I stuck this one on here because I couldn't trace it in, if you can see, because I had some stickers on the other side. So I just enjoyed colouring in the bookmark and sticking it into the Bible. So what I'm just going to do is move a couple of bits of paper around. Just bear with me. And what I'm just going to show you is, as well, you can use the bookmarks with some other, you know, materials as well. So here is a design I did as a bookmark, but I enjoyed not tracing all of the design that I made. I actually enjoyed using some stickers. So here, instead of tracing in the world that I had, I used a world sticker, and I, you know, used some nice gold stickers for some of the words to go with that verse. And I will turn to this one to show you as well. Excuse me. And here again, this would have been a design I traced in, but the clouds and the hearts here, I obviously haven't traced. What I've done is I cut out some paper and I stuck some paper down for them instead of tracing them in. So, you know, I use the bookmarks, and I do sometimes, you know, just use bits of them and then bring other materials into the bookmark design, which is a nice way to bring them to life in your Bible. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of how I enjoy Bible journaling. It's my favourite way to journal. I'm not afraid and embarrassed to say I trace, you know, because at the end of the day, it's all about how I enjoy my time with God. And you can, you know, you can trace from anything, a colouring book. There are lots of other free downloads available that you could print off and trace as well. I think you can even buy some Bible journaling books which have traceables in, you can use. As part of this video, I thought I'd do a quick demonstration so you can see how I do it. I'm trying to obviously keep the video down, not make it too long. So I'm going to just enjoy adding in Songs of Solomon 2:4, and I will just read it for you. It says, "Let him lead me to the banquet hall, and let his banner over me be love. So I'm just, you know, this is a new design I did the other day while enjoying some worship music, and they will be available on my website soon. As I said, I will add links to my website and the Bless It Forward Bible journaling group if you wish to obviously come and join our community, and you can obviously find out more information as well about my freebies. So I have prepped my page with gesso already, and what I'm going to do for this design, I want to just do a light background, and I'm going to use my pastel chalks to do this. So I am just doing a very quick demo, so please just, you know, bear with me. I do take more time normally, so I don't want it too dark, so I'm just putting a very little amount around. I have made a video on how I do this, so you know, you can find that video as well. And I'm just going to quickly rub this in, and that's, I think I'm happy with that. I kind of want it to match the other page like so. I might just pop a bit more there like that, and I think that's enough. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I am going to trace the design in. Oh, I was going to, yes, I am going to, I found it. Now, when you're tracing in a design, right, if your page is staying blank, you can see that you can see through quite well to trace it. Now, you might find if you are adding some background colour to your page first, it might make it a little hard to see the tracing through. Now this one's not too bad because obviously I've done a very light background, but if you make a bit of a darker background, you might not be able to see it. But what you can do is you can buy, you know, not buy, sorry, please excuse me, you can use a light box to help you. And my way of used to doing this is I didn't have a light box. I actually treated myself to one yesterday, so I now have one. But before then, what I used to use is I used to use a takeaway tub. This is from one of my Chinese takeaways. And what I would do is, unfortunately I can't show you because I'm using my phone to record this video, but what I would do is I would take my takeaway tub, and I would take my phone and I would switch on the torch setting on my phone, and I would place the phone on this page and place the torch so it's facing up, place the box over the phone and lift, oh obviously I would put the tracing underneath first, place the design over the top, and you would find you have a perfectly good light box. You might have to move it about a little bit, but that is a perfectly good light box, and it's free if you haven't got one and can't afford to buy one. So hopefully that little tip will help you. So what I do is I obviously get my design lined up for where I want it, and I will add it into my Bible, and I use paper clips to hold it in place. Now I am only doing this very quickly, as I said, so there we go. Hopefully you can all see well. I'm praying anyway. Right, so what I am going to do is I am going to just quickly trace over the design. Now I am just using a fine point pen, and it is not a very expensive one. Any resources I use, I buy the cheapest I can find because that's what my budget allows. So this is just a cheap pack. I think I bought a pack of 4 for £1, obviously because I'm from England. So I will quickly trace the words, as you can see, and this, there we go. So And then I will colour that in like so. And because it is a love theme, I am going with a black and red for this bookmark. So like this. So hopefully what I am going to do is do all this like so. Please forgive me for being quiet. I am concentrating on quickly getting this done to show you. So obviously it's as simple as that when it comes to using the bookmarks, and obviously as I enjoy doing this, I will have my worship music playing. I will be thinking about the verse that I am tracing and doing. I'm trying not to get my head in the video because I don't think you want to have a view of my head. So hopefully you can see. I think it is being a little bit hard to see because I have a bit of a background, but it's not too bad. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is, you might be thinking, why am I not drawing or tracing over the heart? And I will show you in a minute. So that's that one done. There we go. As I'm sitting here doing this, I have my lovely dog in the living room with me, and all I can hear is him happily snoring away on the sofa. Bless him. He is a lovely King Charles dog. So there we go. So obviously this one's nearly done now. I will move that paper clip because it will get in my way. So keep colouring that in quickly. So there we go. That's that done. And what I will do is I will just leave adding what verse it's from for now. Obviously I normally do add that in. There we go, but obviously because I don't want the video to go on too much longer for you. So obviously that's me done, and I have enjoyed just tracing that. Now what you might think of is, oh, I've not traced the hearts, and that's because, so I'm just going to re-put that paper clip back in there because I still need it, and re-put another one back in the bottom because I still need it. That is because what I don't want to trace in the hearts, but you can choose to each your own personal choice. What I'm going to do is, I have actually got some heart sequins, and I am going to use my glue pen that I've got to hopefully stick some of these into my Bible. So just give it a bit of a dab. So I use these glue pens for my paper cut designs, so I just have to wait for the, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this glue pen a good dab over each heart area like so. And then I am going to stick these sequins on as my banner. Now you could make anything if you wanted to use this as a traceable and trace in. You could use anything. You can even make some little triangles to stick in here. It is personally up to you, but you know, just because you trace, it doesn't mean that you can't bring your designs to life somehow using different materials. So hopefully this is nearly done. While I'm finishing this off, I am going to say a massive thank you for you bearing with me and watching my little video. Hopefully some of you are inspired and are encouraged by what I've shared, and you know, it will be something you might like to think, oh actually, yeah, I'm going to enjoy tracing. I'm not going to be, you know, worried or feel, you know, like I'm not good enough because I've traced. You know, God will love your work no matter what you create and how you create it, and he will love it because you spent time with him. And one of my favourite sayings that my lovely friend Bonnie says is like, if God had a refrigerator, your work would be pinned on it. Which I just love that saying. So, you know, please be encouraged. Please, you know, don't worry about not being able to draw the best and things like that. There we go. Just enjoy your time with God and his word and enjoy growing in him. Right, so that's that finished. There we go. Quick and easy. Obviously, as I said, I would take a bit more time normally. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye now. God bless you all and thank you for watching. Bye.